Every student may have one thought about the question: how can I get the maximum points from the course? How should I study to get excellent grades? How can I pass the final exam perfectly without being nervous that I cannot answer some questions? Many maybe think that it is not possible. Some think that it's very difficult. But in this video, I will share with you the 6 most effective tips, following which you will understand that it is not as difficult as you imagined, and you will find out how to gain the most from your course from syllabus to final exam. So let's start! The most important first tip is carefully familiarize up with the syllabus of your course, because having a clear understanding about your syllabus will definitely help you to decide how much time you should dedicate to each section. A syllabus is kind of instructive tool that sets a standard of what is expected to happen during the complete course session. It prescribes the topics on the basis of which students will be tested in the final examination. A syllabus also mentions different units and chapters, knowing which you may form a strategy on how to prepare for chapters. Question papers format is also explained in a syllabus, which lets students know about the type of questions employed in the exam papers. It also gives an idea about the marks distribution in the paper. So, preparing according to the topics and instructions mentioned in the syllabus obviously helps to crack the exam with good scores. The second tip is becoming good from day one. Keeping up with all readings and assignments throughout the semester will minimize the time you need to prepare for finals. Attend class punctually and regularly. While you may be able to borrow a friend's notes if you miss a class, this will never compare to being consistently present. The next tip is ask questions and request help when you need it. Talk to classmates who clearly master the material and see if they would be interested in helping you study. For many people, teaching is a great way to solidify their knowledge, so this would be a win-win situation for both. Don't be afraid to ask classmates or friends who have already succeeded in the class. If your course features teaching tutors, take advantage of their availability to ask questions. The fourth tip is don't just study hard, study smart. Be sure to make a list of the course materials and chapters that you've covered in the course. Consider how difficult each chapter for you and write your evaluation next to it. You can use labels such as easy, somewhat difficult, or extremely difficult. This will help you determine how much time you should spend on each chapter. It is also useful to study the difficult parts first. In this fashion, you will have more time before the exam to address particular difficulties you really need to help with. The fifth is don't cram, start early. Do yourself a huge favor and make a habit of studying early on in the semester. Spend at least 1 hour per week reviewing class notes. Highlight all the areas that are important and look back at the syllabus to narrow down the key areas you will need to get a handle on. By simply going over all your class notes, you'll get a good overview of the specific areas you should start studying. This will also provide your mind with a good summary of everything you've been learning this semester. The last tip is take appropriate care of your health. It's extremely important to maintain good health in order to do your best at university. Exercise regularly and set aside time to take breaks for studying and working. Eat healthy foods to keep you focused. Stick to a regular sleep schedule. Pulling all-night study sessions can easily result in low grades. And that's all. After watching this video and learning about the above tips, I think now you know exactly how to study correctly. It's time to forget about sleepless nights due to the study, disheveled nerves, and problems with grades. Just following all these above tips, you can succeed in your studies and gain the most from your course. Good luck!